support them and, like, you know, just give access. Not having a lot when I was growing up, I try to give back to, like, that same community and, like, just give accessibility. I went to art school, I dropped out, and I actually learned, like, all my design skills just from, like, different friends. YouTube was a big help. I always say I'm a big product.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Greetings and best wishes for a GA.
Thank you.
But he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The guard pair, it's Doncic and Hardaway. And it's Green. He's guarded closely. Just sort of looking at the standings here, Greg, midseason. Do you think the conference system still holds any relevance?
Listen, I think for travel distance, it makes sense to continue to have divisions and conferences. But in the perfect world, I think we'd love to see, hey, let's just see them 1 through 16 and determine who's truly the best.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
Jerome passes to Doncic. Green taking his time here. 6 to shoot. Jerome, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Capable of slicing his way to the basket. All Doncic needs is a sliver.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. That one good for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Mavericks trail by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Let out the pass to Looney. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Doncic outside, and they call an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And he hits the triple. 3 points there in the shot from Red Hot. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top, up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
They've got Paul George. Red Otto's out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Looney in at the 5 down low. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Burks against Bertans. Burks can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
5 on the clock, and there's the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really on the right plate defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Luke Kennard in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Luka Doncic. Leonard against Hardaway. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Far from just a perimeter threat now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is also capable of converting inside.
And as you can see, he still wears Hardaway Jr. on the back of his jersey, Clark, showing respect for the path his father laid.
And Kevin, how cool is that? You know, his dad, Tim Hardaway Sr., was an all-star point guard. And even if Junior never makes an all-star game, he certainly is making his father proud. That's a real cool story to Hardaway. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Yep, it counts. Bryant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Let out the pass to Leonard. Then he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that. So it's the Los Angeles Clippers. A headbutt. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Checked in for Reggie Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Berton is checked in. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. The guard pair, it's Doncic and Hardaway. Travis Bertans out there with Green, and it's Cannon in at center. Oh, you can't get that one, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. They kick it out to Green, to the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. A lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later, though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
No good on the free throw.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. So both teams changing it up here. He hits the second from the line. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Reda. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Jerome. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jerome's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
The three for Doncic, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Boy, you know, the moment Luka gets loose now, his shot is off. Great quick release for the big guy.
And Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness, and I'm just here to tell you, I don't think he has any.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Jerome, no good. The Clippers in the lead.
2 minutes
Here's
remaining
Looney.
in the third quarter.
Nice ball movement by the Clippers. Counted good. And that's now 10 points for Red Hot. And the play of Doncic drawing comparisons to so many all-time greats. But Greg, the one that stood out to me, they said he's a combination of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. What do you think?
And it just makes sense. With his passing and shooting, you throw in the step-back game of James Harden, you start to see why he has become such a problem for this league.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Dallas calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Ryan is checked in for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Bertans. Pass to Jerome. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. Wants to get it to Bryant and does. Burks pulls it in. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Los Angeles Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide-open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
Doncic with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Doncic. Here's Red Hot, guarded by Doncic. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Leonard, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Mavericks trailed by 5. Doncic with it. He's got 16. Seconds left. That shot off. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates.
He's checked in for Los Angeles. Red Hot comes in for Reggie Jackson. Clippers leading by 10. George in the front court along with Leonard. Norman Powell is out there with Red Hot, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And he trims the lead to single digits.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Red Hot the pass to George. Here's Red Hot. Guarded by Doncic. Mavericks trailed by 8. Bryant. It's a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
3-point basket.
Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
Timeout.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 5. 1:11 left in the 4th quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
And here is Powell. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 7. And it's the Mavericks with the ball.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 7. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Red Hot, guarded by Doncic. And it's George missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
At the foul line for 1.
And that one falls for Bryant.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
George. A shot off that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 2. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
20 seconds left in the 4th.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. .16 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Let out the pass to George. The 3. Right between the eyes.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision-maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.